And we made it! Tents are up and we are camping. What do you think? Poor Mister. He has a little runny nose. I think he's cutting like 3 teeth at once. He's getting one on top, and that's the one that I noticed. And then my daughter noticed 2, and I on the bottom. And I was like, I don't know, maybe he is. So we shall see. I hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful day, and get out there and go adventure somewhere. You want to go to the other? Want to go to the other playground? We are at the KOA in Boston. It's called Boston, but it's really like, or Boston Cape or something like that. It's in Middleborough. I see. So we are here. We are enjoying ourselves at this campground. We've been here a couple times. It's nice because it's convenient to the Cape as well as Boston. Our trip was like to Plymouth, and I think it was like 18 minutes away or something like that. So we enjoy it. The staff is really friendly. It's overall clean. It is a very, very busy campground, so there's a lot of people. They have like strict rules, like you have to be under 7 miles an hour. There's lots of kids just like running, playing, and having a great time all over the place. It was so busy here yesterday, but now it's like after Labor Day, and now everyone quieted down. So we're gonna go over to the other playground, and I'll share that area with you. This is one of the playgrounds. They have 2 dog parks as well, with like a caged in area and stuff. We have 2 tent sites this time. Way back, we before had, can't see them, I'll show them on the way back. Every single site was full. And now you can see all the picnic tables and everything. Everyone's kind of pulled out for the year, the long-termers or whatever you might call them. It was full. It's nice for us because then we get an extra day with like quiet. But it was fun. The kids had fun with all the kids too. That's always exciting because, you know, there'll be like 50 kids on the bouncy. So I mean, the spaces you can see are kind of tight together. I'm not in a camper, so I don't know how that feels like being in a camper, but the tent sites are pretty decent actually. And most of their tent sites have electricity. There's 4 sites that don't. When we first came here, it was the time that we went to the Southwick Zoo. If you haven't seen that, check that out. That was a year and a half ago? 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we went to the Southwick Zoo on the way back from the Cape, and we were in the non-electric site. Now we're always in electric sites because we have so many needs. And so, yeah, they have a bunch of electric tent sites. And there it is. So, gonna walk closer, but just get an overview. There's a pool over there, bathroom there. This is the house that they have all the stuff in. Bouncy, and so I can kind of see how close they are together. Hey. Nice. Yesterday there was so many kids on here. I didn't even know how they were not crashing each other. One way to drop your insulin needs down. She always goes so low when it comes to something like this, which is good. We start off high. She's over 200 right now, so we should get a little bit of time in. So last year, this is the bathhouse here. It's handicap accessible, so there's a laundry room in the back over here, and then the bathhouse. This is women's side, the other side is men's side, and then over here is tables and lights. And last year we were camping literally like in those 2 sites when I was giving birth to Azariah. So the week before I gave birth to him, and then right after, we stayed in the 2 sites there, or the kids did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you pretending to mind?
Wait, how did you do that? You set it in?
Yeah. Alright, I'll go see if you're in.
I'm sorry.
I think they're apples.
Actually, I think they're called quince.
Okay. Oh, what are those? Yellow ones.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that they
they're
need to get
that big
really.
one.
I think they need to get really yellow to be quince.
Are you coming? But there's a big. That. What is a pear? A pear.
I think it's called a quince, guys.
Okay.
It's a type of fruit.
Hey, now can you tell me where I'm going? Tell me where
Back
I'm
4 more steps. 2,
going.
3, and left. I'm not sure. I think it would be Holly.
This way. Tell me
Yep.
where I'm going. Wait, and
Oh my goodness, you better hold on. You're going to go to the stairs.
I'm going. And don't stop.
You're good backwards walking. You want to do it too?
Can you video me?
Yeah.
Can you video me going down the stairs? Whoa. Eden, do you want to
Okay, Poppy, this way.
Can I see the video?
Oh my goodness.
Going so fast, your shoe got left behind.
So back home, I'm going to share with you the craziness of this night. We ended up actually coming home early because of many things, but I will just give you the whole overview of what was going on. So the electricity came off of our, my bed's not made. I'm like sitting on my bed, my bed's not made. So pretend that I have a perfectly made, beautiful bed. I never make the bed. You know why? Because me and my husband use 2 separate blankets, and then I usually have something separate for Azariah if he is in bed, but I'm just sitting here. So anyway, we went to that night. Azariah laid down, kind of got him asleep, and then so myself and Azariah were sleeping. I have like a blow up bed-ish thing. It has a frame and it blows up, which is really cool. I'll see if I can remember to link it down in the description box. I really enjoy it. So he had fallen asleep, and we had fallen asleep probably about 10 or so, and we were asleep, but he was kind of like a little grumpy. But then my husband, I'm trying to think how this worked. Somehow we knew, we had heaters in the tent, and I didn't hear the heater blowing. I know, I'll wake up for like weird things, and my daughter's like, there's no electricity. And I was like, oh, okay. So I asked my other daughter to get Dad. He was in the other tent hanging out with some of the boys. And so we asked him if he would come and take a look, maybe like if something like tripped a breaker or what was going on, see what was going on. Because I was holding Azariah, he was cranky. I couldn't really stop to do that at that moment. So he was doing that. As he was doing that, we heard the worst, like, I can't even say. It's like we saw the worst sound. It was like for like it felt like the longest time, and then it was like crash. So somebody obviously had a massive car accident, and it sounded like it was like right there. And it's hard because you're like in the woods. If you see the videos, like you can see it looks like ground and then woods. You really can't tell how close the road is to you. You couldn't, I mean, you knew because you could hear like vehicles driving down it sometimes, but not all the time. It wasn't like all the time. So I was like, oh. So I ended up picking up the phone. I called 911. I'm like, I don't really know what happened, but there was a crash, and I don't know exactly where it is. I'm at the KOA. He's like, okay, I think it's on. He's like, if you're on the back section, it's on here. Okay, we've had one more call that just came in the same time. We're heading there now. So our neighbors, 2 campgrounds or two campsites over were actually, they ran out to the road to see, which I ended up talking to them the next morning. So, yeah, there was a massive, massive crash. Now, meanwhile, we had no electricity for we don't know what reason. Now, normal place, it wouldn't be a big deal. It was, I want to say it was like 50 for temperature, and maybe 50 up to 55. I don't know, between 50 and 55. So we kind of needed a heater for little kids, right? Especially Azariah. And we also, what am I trying to say? I had a long day today. Okay, so he has like monitor equipment, that type of stuff. So, which it has a charge, but it will only charge for like 2 hours. So like, oh, what do we do? So my husband's like calling this other place as well. We can hear sirens and stuff coming. I'm praying for these people. I actually put it out on a social media site. Like, can you pray? I don't know what's going on. But we heard a really bad crash. So yeah, it was really intense. And so the electrical guy said, if you can like attach your couple of, basically if we took our extension cords and reached them over to the next person's campsite, that was great. And then I felt so bad the next day because it literally like was in their pathway. Like they had to step over the cord in order to get through. And we're like, we're so sorry. Like if we didn't have somebody with like medical equipment, then we wouldn't have done that. But that's what the owner of the KOA said, or the person that you call security for KOA, I don't know, told us to do. So we kind of decided at that point, my husband was going to be going home that day because he had to go back to work. We were going to stay one more day. And we kind of decided at that point, you know, if we just go and we need to do the grist mill. And if we just go and do the grist mill today, then we can just go home after that. So we decided to do that and go home early. I had gotten a discounted 25% off rate anyhow on the campsites. But because it didn't have electricity, my husband was going to be there to like watch over that. And I also had another adult person there. We were going to be lacking adult people to help if there was no electricity, and our neighbors didn't seem too keen on us running the electrical wire over there. So I was thinking that they were probably going to have us move our tents anyway. And I was like, I don't feel like moving tents for one night. So we decided to pack everything up in the morning, go swimming, because the things that we hadn't done yet, we told the kids that we were going to have them go swimming. And then we, because during the day, it's like late 70s, 80s, and it was a heated pool. So no big deal for swimming. So we ended up, the next morning, found out the scenario. So apparently, good job, thank you. So apparently it was the guy who ran to the road. Him and his wife ran to the road. They're actually from that area. They're from Plymouth. And so he ran out, and the guy literally, he said it was probably like a couple 100 feet from where he stopped to where he slid. He took out, I think, 2 telephone poles and all the brush and everything. His tires were like this. Not like this, they were like this on the vehicle. And when he got over there, the guy was standing next to his car, totally trashed. So that was our extreme moment. So the next morning we ended up going swimming. I'll show you the swimming pool over here. And then we went to the grist mill, which you'll be able to see in a later video, which was great. Thankfully the guy was alive, but good golly. So the next day, you'll see like a little clip. They actually were out there like putting the telephone poles back up. Goodness, that was just that sound. It's like you held your breath the whole time until he actually crashed. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, what do you do? And I said out loud, I'm like, do I call 911? And then I'm like, at the same time, like I'm getting my phone, my daughter's like, I would. And so I grabbed my phone, called, and yeah. So it worked out okay. But we ended up coming home various reasons. And I'm glad that we did. It worked out better because he ended up, Azariah had already been a little sick, and this is like a few days later he ended up getting really sick. So probably like 3 or 4 days later he ended up getting really sick and getting the pneumonia, which I already mentioned before in different videos. But he was starting to get just like runny nose and stuff beforehand. Everyone was kind of getting a little bit of a runny nose, so I'm glad that we just made that decision to do that when we did. Yeah, it was a bit extreme. The weird thing is, the same campground years ago, you have probably seen the Southwick Zoo video, and we stayed at this campground in the sites that were not with electricity, and at the same campground, our phones were blaring off that there was a tornado in the area. It literally touched down like I think like a mile or two from where we're at. So 3 times we've been there. 1, tornado. 2, had Azariah. 3, extreme car crash. It's a great campground though. All right, hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful day.
4 foot's the deepest one, so yeah.
Oh, okay.